Honorable Kororia. I will give Kororia.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And I stand to support this special motion. The motion that Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, should go home. Honorable Speaker, I can remind this House that during the swearing-in ceremony at Kasarani, the Deputy President humiliated Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta so badly before the nation and the visiting dignitaries in the Republic of Kenya. That was not enough, Honorable Speaker. After 3 months, he started attacking young people in Mount Kenya region, calling them Mongeki, to an extent of attacking Maina Jenga and calling him the leader of Mongeki, Honorable Speaker. Later, Honorable Speaker, he was not comfortable and satisfied with that. He went ahead to refer to the members of parliament from Mount Kenya region as Gakonia and Kunda Gotome and Komereras, Honorable Speaker. That is not acceptable, Honorable Speaker, because we all come from the same region and we are elected by the people. He went ahead, Honorable Speaker, to attack Raila Odinga and the Azimio fraternity, and saying that he has put Mitego so that they will not enter State House. And he was supposed to put Mitegos so that they don't enter Karen residence because he's not a president. Honorable Speaker, I want to say that we do not have two centers of power in the Republic of Kenya. We only have one president, and the sentiments of Rigathi Gachagua that they were elected together with President William Ruto is a lie. The person who was elected is the president. Gachagua was just a running mate, and there were no votes for a running mate, Honorable Speaker. Finally, yesterday during a press briefing, Rigathi Gachagua referred to this Honorable House as a theater of the absurd. And he's coming to this same house today. I don't know whether you are going to compel him to substantiate if he's coming to a theater or Parliament of Kenya. With that, Honorable Speaker, I'm saying Gachagua must go.
Karoli Omondi.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I rise to support this special motion of impeachment against the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, when the wheels of fortune have enabled someone to rise to high eminence, such as the office of Deputy President, so much is expected of them. Unfortunately, from my own personal interaction with the Deputy President, and shortly I will give some examples, I feel he has fallen short of the expectations of that high office. I first came across Mr. Rigathi Gachagua in the late 80s when we were at the university. And as a matter of fact, he was ahead of us, and I think he was heading one of the district student organizations. He had cleared university, but he had not exited. In other words, he had become a pirate. That was the terminology we used then. He was residing in some place called State House residence. And what I used to hear about him was not very impressive. But nonetheless, on October 7th, 2023, which was exactly 1 year ago, in some place called Murngia, Alego, at the homestead of the late General Francis Omondi Ogola, together with Mheshimiwa Elisha here, Mheshimiwa Nyamita, Honorable Jalango, I've seen him somewhere, and His Excellency the President, we did meet with the Deputy President. And it was about 6:45. He received us warmly, but we were guests of General Ogola. And as you'd expect, a man of his status, you expected some decorum, temperance, prudence, good behavior. But unfortunately, some of these attributes were not present in his conduct. The Deputy President on that occasion did stand up and tell the President to our face that he had come down to get him from the Nyanza tour that we were undertaking, and that he had no business staying for too long in Nyanza. I looked at him and I wondered what was the problem with his compos mentis. In other words, was he of sound mind? And then I asked myself, we were the guests of the late general, why would he want us to exit the homestead of General Ogola? And it bothered me very much because clearly that was what you and I, as lawyers, we call animus nocendi, intention to harm. Why would he insist that the president has no business being in Nyanza? He said it to our face 3 times, interrupting General Ogola when we were being briefed about the attack that had just been conducted by Hamas on Israel. That was my first time to interact with him very closely. The second time was on April 30th, 2024. No, 28th April 2024, this year, when we had floods in Suba and several people died. I did communicate with him by way of text. I sent him pictures, including that of a gentleman who had lost 3 children. And I asked him to avail to me the state resources that I could use to alleviate the pain and loss of my people. He did not respond. He did not call back. He did not show any interest. On 30th April 2024, I did contact Honorable Kagusha, who was sitting next to him at a rally in Nyeri. And I saw Honorable Kagusha whispering to him my message. And they texted me back that the Deputy President would come back to me. He never did. On 6th of May 2024, I again reached out to him in his capacity as the coordinator of relief. He did not respond. I support this motion, and I want to say this. What I found with Honorable Gachagua is lack of education. Obama says, education is not a name of any degree or certificate that can be shown to others as proof. Education is the name of our attitude, actions, language, and behavior with others in real life. I'm on behalf of people of Suba South, I am supporting this motion, and I want to inform the House, our role today as a grand jury is not to establish beyond reasonable doubt any of these charges. Our role is very simple. Our role is to say we have found triable issues, frame the charges, leave that trial to the Senate. And once we do that, we shall have discharged our duty. Mr. Speaker, I fully support.
Thank you. Your time is up. Kanjori.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. And Honorable Speaker, let me